Okay. All right. Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and others at Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, it's the brother Aharan coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and as you see the title goes, all right, this is going to be a response, okay, to the video that the Elder Menat Zagbah did, titled Superior Gender or Weaker Vessel. Okay, superior gender or weaker vessel. All right, and I just got inspired because I also just finished watching the Elder Itazawan, okay, State in Spirit 144. All right, I also just finished watching his video, okay, going into the perverseness of this nation, of this country, of this world. All right, they got this basically a whole bunch of sexual perversions. All right, and I believe the title was something to the effect of another reason why fire will consume Babylon. Okay, but I'm gonna play the video real quick, and then we'll go from there. All right.
This is the problem of society. Traditionally, you are meant to worship the ground. We walk on it. You understand? We're meant to be here. You're meant to be there. That's why it's different. That's why it's different. If God has blessed you with your queen, you better just grab her. I'm a woman, superior gender. Do you understand? Men are supposed to worship the superior gender. That is me, and I'm like the creme de la creme of the female species. So a man needs to worship me. I don't know what's wrong with these boys. They've got their screws loose. Bow down in the presence of royalty.
All right. Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh.
All right. So let's go back to that again. All right. These women, bro.
Men are supposed to, traditionally, you're not supposed to worship the ground we walk on. This is the problem of society.
So she's saying that men are supposed to worship on the ground that they walk on. Okay, that's what she's promoting out here. That's what she's telling. All right, that's what they believe. All right, and she's saying it very, very boldly. Okay, and we're gonna get some scriptures to that. But again, this goes to show you the confusion that America has caused throughout the rest of the world. All these 4 women sitting here, all Jake women, and look how they dress. Number one, listen to how they're speaking. Okay, just the way they live their lives and so on and so forth. It goes to show you that yes, we are indeed living the curses, man. These are the type of women that we have in society today that they think that they know how to shit. And these are the type of women that the scriptures say we will have in these last days, man. Okay, there's no self-respect. There's no respect for others. There's no fear of the Most High in them.
You are meant to worship the ground we walk on it. You understand? We're meant to be here. You're meant to be there. That's why it's different.
How is that? How can you explain that? I thought it was all about equality. But you see how they don't think like that. They don't think of it, if we say what she just said, that men are above the women, which that's how it is. That's how the Lord set it up. They say, no, we want to be equal. Everything is equal. I do half, you do half. All this BS. But then listen to how she's talking. She literally just said, no, we are up there and you are down here. You see?
That's why it's different. If God has blessed you with your queen, you better just grab her. I'm a woman.
See? And then she used the word queen, which the elder broke down. Okay? He brought it all out. Now, that's what they call themselves. Okay, but let's get something straight. All right, and then we're going to get into some scriptures. But just to make sure that there's understanding, all right, because, Jake, you tell them things from the scriptures, they don't want to hear it. So let's use nature. All right. When you have let's have nature, and let's use the concept of of plants. Okay, we take any plant, any tree. Let's just take an apple tree. All right, and you have a farmer. Okay, he has this apple seed that he would like to plant. All right, in the soil, but now he has to go look for good ground. Okay, good ground to dig, find and clear the land and so on and so forth. Good land, I should say, right? So he can be able to cultivate his apple seed, right? So the husbandman, the man, the farmer, once again, he has a seed. So now he needs to go find good ground, good soil, good land, and then purchase that land, right? Now, in this case, the husbandman is the man, once again, okay, the Israelite man. The soil, okay, or the ground or the good land is the woman, all right? And then what do? You buy that land. You marry the woman. It's consecrated by what? By the act of sex. That's what marriage is traditionally, according to the scriptures. Not what we have in modern day. That is not marriage. Okay? That is a bind by law. It's not marriage. All right? So then you have to make the purchase of the land. You buy it from the family, and then you put your name on it, right? The man puts his name on that land. It's registered in his name, so he owns that land. Now it's his possession, right? As the scriptures say in, I believe, Ecclesiasticus, where it says, "Well, when a man getteth a wife, he getteth a possession." It belongs to him now, right? So then what does he do? He said, okay, now this is good land. I've purchased it. It's great. Now he's going to cultivate the land. That means he has to cut off all the trees that he doesn't want there, mow off the grass, take off the land, all that, dig it out, take out all the tree stumps, everything. Clear out for the whole land and get it ready for cultivation. And that's when you start to what? You start to train the woman. You start to, teach her the ways of how you expect her to live. You see, you teach her the rules, the house orders, and so on and so forth. All right, you start to ingratiate her into whatever it is that you're into. And if she's blessed, she'll be underneath the rulership of a man of the Lord. Okay? She will be underneath the rulership of a man of the Lord, man. All right? So she's been bought. That land will be pleased to bear the seeds of a man of the Lord, because that's the best seed there is to be planted. You see, that makes that seed very, very valuable. That means that man who carries that seed is very, very valuable, man. That's what makes us the high value male that's going on around right now. The real high value males are the men of the Lord. Okay. So then now what happens is, you've cultivated the land, you've prepared it. That means you've put her in her mind of what her duties are going to be. She's your woman. All right. She's leaving off the mentality of serving her household to now serving you. Right. And then the next thing that carries on is what? You're ready to what? To bear children. So that's when you start to, now it's time for you to plant your seed. So the husband, once again, gets the soil ready, the woman, and then he plants his seed in there. Okay? The apple seed goes into that land, that good soil. It's nice, wet, fertile, and ready to work. So he plants his seed in it. And what happens? He starts to what? He waters it. He's providing, he's doing things there and there, he got work, so on and so forth. He's doing everything in his power to make sure that seed that's been planted is being watered, at all times, or at its appropriate times, right? Now, mind you, the soil, all right, the soil is just, there to nourish the seed. Once again, the soil being the woman, right? Okay. So now the seed starts to germinate. You have your kid, now the baby, you have a baby now. You see, baby's growing, starts to germinate, and it keeps growing. Now, things that happens is this. As the seed is, the plant is germinating, you're going to have weeds that come around it. You got to weed around those weeds. Those are the so-called bad friends that your son or your daughter might be surrounding themselves with. You see, you notice certain things. Hey, what kind of people are you hanging out with? You're picking up certain habits. I'm starting to hear certain things that's not what you're being brought up in. What's going on? So you start to figure out certain things, and that's all the job of the man, right? That's all the job and the duty of the man. That's why you need to have a man in the household, the man who judge righteous judgment. You see, because if you leave it up to the soil, which is the woman, remember the soil cannot cultivate the plant; it can only nourish the plant, the seed. So we cannot expect women to be cultivating and bringing up men. It's not possible. You need men to bring up men. You need men to bring up women. Okay? That's why the scriptures tell you that the father is supposed to teach his daughters. So men are supposed to also bring up women, man. Okay? And so what happens is now we have a society where women are bringing up men. Women are bringing up children, cultivating the soil. How can soil be cultivating and at the same time nourishing a plant? The soil doesn't have the power to do that. Naturally, you see. Just imagine that. Imagine soil literally having to water the plant, having to weed off the weeds around the plant. How can soil even do that? It has to be done from on outside, which is the man. So he comes in, he cuts off, he weeds around the plant so there's no weed killers, and so on and so whatever, right? And then the plant grows, and now it starts to grow out its branches. Certain branches that might be growing in the wrong direction, or maybe it's going in a different place that you don't want it to go. What do? You trim it or you chop it off. That represents what? The child, starting to learn certain habits, certain, unfavorable habits, things that you might look at and be like, whoa, wait a minute now. I ain't like the way you was talking to your mother there. I'm gonna have to check that. You see, that's the branches that are growing, that's growing out of order. You check it, you cut it off. Your daughter might be going out too much. You start to learn why is she coming home so late? Why is she all hanging out with all these people all the time, all of a sudden? Why is she dressing like this all of a sudden? What's going on? You see, you're picking up on all these things, and then you start to talk to her about it. You start to talk to him about it. You show him the way. And that way, guess what? You're protecting your children as well, man. Because remember, it's not just Esau trying to get them. Our own people are trying to get them. And we as adults or young adults, at least those who know the truth, we are the ones who are supposed to pass down the knowledge. All right? Because a lot of our adults or young or older, people in our nation, they didn't know anything better. You see, they were brought up in a system that they didn't really know nothing. So us younger brothers that the Lord has brought up, and now we have that knowledge, that's why we do these videos, to impart some of that knowledge upon, our elder brothers and sisters. All right, Lord willing, you listen, and if you're part of the elect, the Most High have mercy on you. You see, but you have to come in order, man. You have to turn away from the wicked ways. This world is wicked. Everything they teach is wicked. Everything is upside down. You see, like there's a saying that says, when you have a world that's indoctrinated in lies, when the truth is presented to them, they reject it. You see. So, we understand that the truth is going to be rejected, but hey, you got to sit back and listen. But anyway, so you have, going back to the analogy, right? The man being the husband, the husbandman, the farmer, all right, the planter of the seed, and the woman being the soil, all right, the one nourishes the seed and helps it germinate and grow. right? So, the tree is growing, sometimes the tree might be falling over, so you take a branch or you take a stick or something to hold it up. That's when your child is, going through some challenges in life, part of the life lessons that they got to learn, right? And then you got to be there to support them. No, 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 you don't do it this way, you do it that way. Oh no, son, you get this job here, you work here on this day, you do this on that day. You know, you're gonna come with me, you're gonna learn the scriptures here, you're gonna break this down. What does this mean? What does that mean? So you're cultivating them, you're helping them up, you're putting them in a position to succeed. You see, you're not glorifying the wickedness and the dumb shit that happens in the society, right? All at the same time, the woman is holding it down because what? She's the foundation. She's the soil that the man planted his seed in. But before he did that, he put himself in her. Okay? That is the cultivation process. He made her his wife. So she's a representation of him. That's why I said she's the foundation, because that's still him at the end of the day. So she's holding everything down. That's why she's the lady, the head woman of the household. She's beneath her husband, man. She's in submission to her husband. Why? Because her husband is already on a mission and she's under the mission, making a submission. Right? And the scriptures talk about that. And that brings peace. Because she's in her righteous, proper order, and so is the man. She's feminine, the man is masculine. Unlike these hoes over here talking about the man she's up here and the man is down here. That's out of order. A man is supposed to worship the ground a woman walks on. That's out of order. That's why all four of them are just nothing but hoes. None of them got men, because nobody want to deal with this shit. At least if they have a man, he's not a real man. He's just a sim for the box. That's it. Okay. So you have that whole analogy right there. Okay. So you could never say soil can cultivate a plant. How is the soil going to be able to cut off the branches? That means what? You can't chastise a child at a certain age. He's growing certain habits. You can't break him out of those habits. Guess what's going to end up happening? He's going to grow branches that's going to lead him into destruction. You see? Self-destructive behavior. Your daughter becomes a whore because she's hanging out with different friends. Habits that you didn't check. You couldn't check it because the father isn't in the household. The husband. The one who's there supposed to be chopping off the branches and trimming it. Making sure it's good, cleaning the sides of it. Clearing out the land, cutting out the grass and the weeds, the unwanted things. Putting it up, putting a stick to hold it up just in case if it's falling down. That's the job of the husbandman. That's the planter. That's the farmer. That's his job. That's the man. You see? So when you have that, when you look at it like that, it goes to show you how stupid it is to say men and women are equal. It's not possible. Or a woman is above a man. It's just impossible when you look at the laws, because everything comes in law. That's a nature. That's just the nature. Okay? The Lord created everything. Yahweh Shai created everything to fall in order. There's a proper righteous order, man. So there are laws in everything. There's something called the natural laws. Okay? You have the biblical laws. Okay? You have something known as psychological law. You know what I'm saying? So meaning there are certain things that just follows a certain pattern. You can't break it. If you break it, you create disorder. You create chaos. You see? And that's what's happening right now, man. The natural laws are being broken daily. And that's why there's chaos everywhere. Okay? But let's get a quick preacher. Let's see what the scriptures say about women. All right? Let's see what the scriptures say about women, because superior gender or weaker vessel. You see, the scriptures say something completely different about this attitude right here. This type of shit, they have a whole platform. In the ancient times, all these four women will be put to death a long time ago because they're all whores. And scripture said, "There shall no whore be in the house of Israel," man. No daughters should be harlots and whores, man. So start off, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 26. Okay, chapter 26 and start off at 1. It says, Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. Okay, and I looked up virtuous earlier. There you go, right here. It says characterized by vigor or strength. Okay, having qualities befitting a knight, valiant, hardy, courageous. All right, and a lot of our ancient mothers, they were like that. Okay, they used to pop out, 5, 6, 7, 8 children and take care of all of them with one husband, man. That's a woman who's hardy and courageous to bring up all those children, especially Jake. You know how Jake are. You got one mother, strong woman. That's a strong black woman. And when they say that, all that shit, a strong black woman, that's what they're talking about. That's what it's talking about. To be able to stay with your man like that, support him, hold the house down and all these children, and still bring them all of them the right way. All right, it says from Old French virtuous, righteous, potent. It says of good quality, mighty, valiant, brave. Okay, good, virtuous from Latin virtus, moral strength, high character, goodness, manliness, valor, bravery, courage, war, excellence, worth from vir, man. Okay, having beneficial or efficacious properties. You see that? And a lot of these women now are not that. They are not virtuous women. These are certainly not virtuous women. Okay? Because they are not, let's get back to that. They're not beneficial in any way or don't possess any efficacious properties, man. They're not beneficial. Most of them can't cook. Most of them don't have jobs, like actual real jobs. If this is the society that we're living in, and that's what demands some type of respect, you should have a job because we have jobs, right? Shit, I'm at work right now. Got my computer with me and everything. Because the real work, the real job is being a prophet, doing the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. That's the real work. That don't stop. And that's why I'm here got my computer at work doing the work. You see? So we have real jobs, man. So you're supposed to have real jobs. If we're doing our real jobs, why are you not doing your real job, man? Okay? Being a woman, especially being a daughter of Israel, man. These women are a disgrace to our nation. This right here is unbecoming of a woman to behave in this type of manner. All right? This is why we say that this is the last generation, according to what the scriptures say. All right? So we know what virtuous means. Okay, going down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, we highlighted that. Potent, of good quality. She has what? Moral strength, high character, goodness, high character. What does that mean? That means you're being shamefaced. You have respect for men. If you have a man, you have respect for your man. You don't show him up. You're obedient to your man because you understand that he's actually a man of the Lord. If he is a man of the Lord, which would be you're in the best case scenario as a woman to be with a man of the Lord right now. If you can hold on, you chilling. You chilling. But look, at this point, we're gonna be seeing a lot of people get put to death real soon, man. Real bad too. Real bad cases coming. Okay, real bad cases coming for women like this. All right, it says a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, okay, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. Meaning he's gonna live in peace, man. If she's rejoicing her husband, meaning what? She's all about her man. Before you go to work, you give her orders. Yo, babe, make sure that this is done, that's done. Make sure that the papers that I told you to print them out nicely, staple it, and put it on top of my folder over there. Clean out the room a little bit, wash the bathroom for me real quick. I put some money on the thing. Make sure you do some grocery shopping. When I come home, we talk. What you making tonight? Oh, what do you want to eat? Oh, okay, boom. Then you tell her, you know what? I'm thinking, make some of that potatoes that you be making, with that salmon, a little bit of asparagus, some broccoli, you know, yeah. And you cut some lemons and you put it on top of it. Yeah, that's what I'll have for dinner tonight. You bake the sweet potatoes. You got some cinnamon on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She be like, okay, I got you, babe. I'm gonna go get the stuff and everything. Boom, that's it. You see? So when you come home, guess what's happening? She's running. Like, when you come home and you have a dog and he's mad excited, and he's wagging his tail and he's wagging half his body, going left, right, left, right. Oh my goodness. He can't even stop. He's mad excited to see you. That's how your woman is supposed to be. In the ancient times, that's how it was. They were excited to see their men. Don't you know? When you go back to the book of Genesis, Rachel, when she first seen so like Rebecca, when she first seen Isaac, all right, it says that it was like almost like love at first sight. you know, there was excitement the moment she saw him. I believe she ran to him or something. Love at first sight, man. Is that feeling? So she sees you at the door, or she hears the car coming into the driveway or whatever, or you text her, "I'll be home in 5 minutes." Yo, in 5 minutes time, she's ready to see you. The moment you get home, oh, she's running out the door. Oh my God, babe! Oh, you give her a big ass hug. You're like, oh shit, like a little kid. What's good, babe? What's going on? You're like, oh my God, what did you get? Oh, just my bag. And she just pick up your bag. Let me help you come in. Let me help you. I have some water for you, and whenever you're hungry, let me know. And you sitting there like, oh shit, all right, And she's like walking with you, smiling, looking at you, giving you kisses and shit. That's a woman who rejoices with her husband. You come home and everything you told her to do is done perfectly. You don't even gotta say nothing. You come home, the room smells nice, the house is clean, it's calm music playing, just the way you like it. She knows exactly what you like. Because she had the whole day to do exactly what she want to do. So when the evening comes in, you come in into a nice, peaceful abode. You in a good spirit. You about to do your videos, chilling. Oh, that's beautiful, especially when it's a Sabbath, calm and peaceful. You see, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. You see, a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. So there you go. You see, we're only gonna the Lord is gonna bless the man of the Lord with good women, a good wife. That means that she's part of the elect, right? Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. That's right. Okay. There be 3 things that mine heart feareth, and for the 4th I was sore afraid: the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. And that's everything here is happening here in America. So that's all worse than death, and death is coming to America. It says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. Okay. And a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. All right. So you have women that are jealous of other women. And what happens is she's always grieved. She's looking at this other female. She's like, oh, why does she have this and I don't have that? Oh, she has this. Look at her doing. Always stressing out. Always thinking about the other person, being a demon. You being a damn demon because of somebody else. Mad insecure. Always talking shit about that person, making things up. That's why it says, and a scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. You talk the most shit to everyone about this person that you just don't like. That's a grief of heart, man. It's always stressing your mind out. Now you're trying to stress everybody else out. Now everybody got to pick your side just because you feel some type of way about somebody. Nah, man, that's wrong. That's evil. You don't do that. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he had held a scorpion. Oh my Lord, this right here. Imagine married to some shit like this. Let's hear some shit.
Men are supposed to, traditionally, you're not supposed to worship the ground we walk on. This is the problem of society. Traditionally, you are meant to worship the ground we walk on. You understand? You're meant to be here. You're meant to be there. That's why it's different. That's why it's different. If God has blessed you with your queen, you better just grab her. Meant to worship the ground we walk on. You understand? You're not supposed to worship the ground we walk on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men, straight up, and you got
the problem in society.
You got 4 women here, 3 quiet, and 1 just railing them out. He's talking on her ass. That's an evil wife, and she's a yoke. Okay, she's very oppressive, shaking to and fro. He that had hold of her, okay, is as though he had held a scorpion. The moment you lay with her, you regret it. You know, she'll bite you, she'll sting you. You regret it, man. You're like, damn, why did I even hit this? You take hold of her, man. You pipe it, and now you're mad because now you see her true colors. It says a drunken woman and a gather abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. All right, a drunken woman, what do? They engage in bold activities, man. You know, when she's drunk, that's when you start hearing things and start seeing things. You're like, what the you know? And they gather abroad, she's always out at night, hanging out with friends. I'm hanging out with this person today. She's hanging out with that person tomorrow. I'm like, yo, damn, don't you take days off? You got to hang out with somebody every day. It causes what? Great anger. And if you combine these two, a woman who's always drinking and always out, and that's your woman, you going to be pissed every day. And she will not cover her own shame. Her ass going to be out. Her titties going to be out. Okay? And there's going to be videos of her doing nasty, crazy shit. And then waking up the next day talking about she doesn't remember anything that happened last night. You see? It says the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. So you could just tell by the way she looks at you. Some women, she's just straight whore. Just the way she's looking at you, you know? Like she's inviting you with her eyes. It's like, yo, you bold. I'm looking at you like, yo, you really brave, bro. You know, she dead look you right in the eye. She look down, up, then she give you the eye again. And you just looking at her like, yo, she, maybe the way she smile, but then when she, you know, she look at you, she locks her eye on you, and then she gives you a smile, but you just know it's very seductive. You're like, yo, you see, it's a haughty look. And she lift up her head a little bit, you know. When she's talking to you, she's really not looking at you. She's looking somewhere else, probably on her phone or just looking around, shaking her head, you know. Oh, stop playing with me. You playing right now. You know, that kind of bullshit. That shit is crazy, bro. This is what we got to deal with, man. Boy. Verse 10, it says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. All right, be strict. All right, check in on her. Check her. She comes home late. Shit, 8 p.m. She's coming home. She went out all day. She coming home at 8 p.m. She didn't text you. And you her father, mind you. And she comes home a little bit drunk, and she just walks up the stairs like nothing happened. She didn't say, good evening, Dad, how you doing? This is what happened today, blah, blah, blah. She just walks in and nothing happened. Like, what? You see? And she thinks that's okay. You know? One day, she walks in with one nigga. Then the next 2 months, another nigga come into the house. You're like, what the fuck happened? I didn't even get to know this nigga, the first nigga name. I don't even know his name. Now you got a second, third, fourth. What was, you know? That's a shameless daughter. You hear her using profanity. You know, she's talking on the phone, sounding crazy. You're like, hey, where are you learning all this from? She got this weird attitude. No respect. She's not. She wakes up at 12 in you know, 12 in the afternoon. One in the afternoon. You know, she don't talk to you. You don't know what's going on. You know, keep her in straitly. So the scripture is telling her you gotta be on her. You know, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. So you letting her go, she allowed to do this and party this and go here and sleep over this and do this. Next thing you know, she's wilding out. You don't even know about it. You know? You don't even know about it. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Okay, that's what they do. An impudent eye is somebody who's very disrespectful. Okay, let's look up the word impudent real quick. You know, this is what we're taught, right? The best way to learn is to look up stuff. It says impudent without shame, so disrespectful, shameless. Okay, she's not modest. All right, to cause shame. So there you go. Like the scripture said, watch over an impudent eye, somebody who's shameless, a daughter who's just out here, she dressing promiscuously, you know, you wear all these, she's wearing a dress and you can see everything. You're like, wow, why is your nipple out? That dress is too, you're gonna wear this out today? Or what's going on? Are you gonna put something over? Or is this the underwear of the clothes? Why you not got clothes? Why you don't got no clothes on? You know, she going to the gym and her shit is tight as shit. You like, yo, your whole shit is, I can see all your stuff. You might have to wear something baggier than that. You want some pants? I can get you some of my sweats. They're big enough. They'll cover everything, damn near your whole body. Because you out here wilding out. You're supposed to watch over that and marvel not if she trespass against you. Okay, don't be surprised. You know, don't be surprised. You check it. You know, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a mountain. All right, it's like a fountain. Shit, a fountain on a mountain. You know, but that wouldn't make sense. Fountains, no, but who cares? Anyway, fountain, right? And drink of every water near her. Oh Lord, you see. And it says, by every hedge she will sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. What does that mean? What does that mean? She's a whore. Okay, that's all they do, especially these college girls. They go off to college. The mom ain't there, the dad ain't there. They surrounded by a whole bunch of bitches. One female is wicked enough. How much more 5, 6, 7, 8 deep? All in the same dorm. Everybody coming on with a different type of wicked shit. And they all come together, put it all on the table, and you see how wicked they really are. You hear how wicked they really are. You be like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I hooked up with this guy last night, and then I hooked up with his friend, and then his brother, and then his brother's brother. I'm like, what? Wait, whoa. All in one night. Oh my Lord, what? At the same time? No, not at the same time, but you know, wow. And what made you do that? I don't know. I was just bored. Wow, shit. You see, this is where it's come down to. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain. So what does that mean? It's like any nigga that whip it out, she's putting it right in her mouth. She's thirsty. He'll drink anything. At that point, it says, as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain, he's drinking that. So she's like, she easy. You don't gotta play hard. She don't play no hard. It says, and drink of every water near her. She done blown the whole block. Full blown. You know? Full blown block job. It says, by every hedge she will sit. By every hedge will she sit down. Right? She going to everybody's crib. All right? She's always in this guy's house. Then she's in the other guy's house. You know? Or she slept over in this guy's house. What's wrong with you people, man? And open her quiver against every arrow. Every nigga that's in there, she'll get fucked by him. Oh, hey, my friend is coming over. You know, if you don't mind, he's sleeping over here tonight. You know, if you want to hang out with us. Oh, that's fine. It's okay. As long as nothing, you know, you guys are chill. That's cool. And again, you get drunk, and then next thing you know, hey, my friend wants to, you know. It says, the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. Okay, the way she thinks. Okay, certain things that happen. Some of us sometimes, as a man, you're trying to solve all your problems all at once. Sometimes when you have a woman with discretion, what happens? She'll support you with simple ideas. Like, women are very good at research. They don't do research, but they're very good at it. They look into shit. That's how they're able to find out a lot of shit. Females find out a lot of shit. So sometimes what you could do is, yo, I don't got the time to be going through these pages and all this shit. Please look at it for me and, you know, tell me what it says. And they'll do that. And they're very good at it. Sometimes she'll be like, oh, I found this deal here for you. You don't have to spend $100. You can get it for $15. You'd be like, how do you find this shit? That's all part of fattening your bones. She's using her discretion. That's a grace of a wife delighteth in her husband. Okay? The grace of a wife delighteth her husband. She'll cook for you. She'll look into shit. She'll be like, oh, babe, is there anything you need help with? Oh, yeah, I'm looking for some apartments. She'll be like, oh, what else are you looking for? I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. And she'll put it all together and create something. You come back and she'll be like, oh, I found like 5 of the things you were looking for. You'll be like, oh, shit, 5? I spent all day yesterday. I didn't even find 1. You found 5 already? You get delighted. You see? And she doing it with happiness, with joy. Like she's eager, like trying to help you. You see? It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And that's a beautiful thing. Not like this right here. Not this. This is a curse. This is a punishment. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is not happy with you right now. So he's going to give you something like this. You see? This isn't goals, bro. Real men don't want any of these over here. You see, because you don't fit the criteria. You don't fit the mold of what a woman is. You're not a woman. You call yourselves queens. At this point, you bitches are witches. You want people to worship you. You want men to worship you. What type of shit is that? See? A silent, loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. When we teach her the laws, statutes, and commandments, and she actually follows them to the best of her ability. She repents of her ways. You know, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. See? Yeah, that's beautiful because most women don't have a continent mind. Okay, they're always looking for shit. But it's beautiful to have a woman who's always about you. You know, everything that's happening is about you and this truth. That's dope. You can't. That's rare. But if you get that, hey, count yourself blessed, like the scriptures say, right here. It's a gift of the Lord. It's a gift. It's not given to everyone. That's why it's a gift. Some women like that exist. Mm-hmm. Verse 16: as the sun when it ariseth in the high heavens, Salakia, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. Man, okay, the lady of the house, right? It says, as the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face of ripe age, or face in ripe age. Okay, that's why they get that glow. Once they get to that age, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they have that glow. You just like, oof. Some of your girls that you deal with, when you were younger or whatever, they turn 21. You be like, damn, girl, 21 look good on you. Shit. They start looking and developing, like the whole body's on point, face on point. The way she dressing is different. You're like, damn. Shit. It says, as the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with a constant heart. It says, my son, keep the flower of thine age sound and give not thy strength to strangers. Okay, don't be out here just pumping out your attention to other people just because. Simping out. Keep the flower of thine age sound. Chill out, man. Find a hobby. Find the 3 things. Something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. All right? If you do those things and make sure those things are occupied and no woman is in any of those 3 categories, then you're going to be sound. And trust me, you're going to be sound. And give not thy strength to strangers. All right? So, there you go. Let me come. Oh, let's finish this. Let's finish the whole thing. All right. So it says, when thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field. All right. Once again, going back to the analogy that we started with. All right. A fruitful possession. Him that begetteth a wife getteth a possession. Right. What? Through all the field, sow it with thine own seed. We give that example. Trusting in the goodness of thy stock. There you go. All right. What does stock mean? The goodness of thy stock, right? Stock is what? Stump, post, stake, tree trunk. Also pillory. All right. Block of wood, trunk of a tree, stick, cane, tree trunk, stick. All right. Meaning ancestry, family. Ooh. Okay, so your royal oats, heavy part of a tool, part of a rifle held against the shoulder. Okay, framework on which a boat was constructed. All right, planned and commenced. Making an inventory. Okay, so this is all about building a strong foundation. Supply for future use. Okay, sum of money. All right. So that's what I was saying in the beginning, how the woman is basically the possession. She's really the soil, the land that you need to cultivate and make it ready so you can plant your seed in it. And that's what the scripture is saying. That's beautiful. It says what? So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, meaning your raza, your line, having the confidence in their good descent. Okay? And that's the nation of Israel ultimately. All right, starting with the elect. Okay? It says, and harlot shall be accounted as spittle. Okay, so that's how you treat these ones here. They're nothing but spittle. Okay. It says, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Okay, because she's not what? She's not going to promote or put herself out there that's going to put her man in harm's way. Okay, she's not engaging in rambunctious behavior, promiscuous behavior that's creating jealousy and causing emotional outbursts that's causing people to die. And that's happening a lot. You're either in jail or you're dead because women make you go crazy. Okay, it says a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. You see, a dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. See, that's right, man. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Okay, a dog, woman, dog, woman. Woman of a dog is what? Female dog, which makes it a bitch. A shameless woman shall be counted as a bitch. That's what the scripture is saying. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Okay? Man, it says, a woman that honoreth her husband. See, the scriptures, bro, if we were to write it how it is, what I just said, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, and you said bitch, people go crazy. But that's what the scripture is saying. The most red pill book on earth. It says, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. And that's that the other gave the example of Vashti. Okay, going back to Xerxes and them, the Persians, okay, during the time of Esther, okay, Vashti, she was being disrespectful. Okay, she dishonored him in pride, or in her pride, and she was counted ungodly of all. That's why all the men came together and said, oh nah, this we gotta do something about this. Shit. You see? But then guess what? Who was honored? Wise of all. Esther, man. Esther was judged wise of all, and she was honored in the sight of the king and in the sight of all these other nations. It says, a loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. And that's why the Lord gave the women, all right, the voice so they can scream. That's a form of defense for you. You know, she can literally scream and it will drive away the enemy because you don't want to get caught. You know, that's how that's their you know, their self-defense mechanism. It says, there be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and these veterans out here who are homeless. That pisses off the Lord, especially the Jake. You know, it says, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin, fall out. Right? The Lord prepareth such an one for the sword, so they all gonna die. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and an huckster shall not be freed from sin. Let's look up the word huckster real quick. All right, I might not even have it, but let's see. Nope, doesn't have it here. So let's do it through Google. Let's see. Damn. Got all my emails out here. So I can 1 second. Do it this way. So huckster, right? Huckster. It says, well, it says here, hawker. Okay, especially one who sells or advertises something in an aggressive, dishonest, or annoying way. Oh, one who produces promotional material for commercial clients, especially for radio or television. Huckster. It says here, definition of a huckster, haggle, to deal or bargain over, to promote aggressively. That's what Esau does. You come around, they're doing that with this so-called Maxine. That's they're doing some huckster shit. You see, a merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and a huckster shall not be freed from sin. So Esau, you're not going to be free from sin, man. You're overly aggressively trying to sell us something. You're doing too much, according to what the scripture is saying. All right, let me go back to that. You being a huckster, it's all right. Okay, you're not going to be free from sin. But anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to bring out. Okay, you can go back if you haven't seen the video. All right, this video, you can go back and watch it. All right, but this is pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Okay, and I'm gonna end it off there. Lord willing, whoever was in here, I don't think anybody was in here, but it's 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So, but anyway, Lord willing, you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the water Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.